Listen closely. If this message has found you, it is not by algorithm, not by chance, but by a divine and urgent celestial appointment. Do not swipe away. Do not minimize this window. The information I am about to share is not just important, it is a critical spiritual survival guide for the next 24 to 48 hours. For all the chosen ones, for every soul who has felt the quickening, for every one of you who has looked up at the sky and known, deep in your bones, that something immense is about to happen. This is your final briefing. From the evening of October 16th through the 19th, 2025, our reality is being threaded through the eye of a cosmic needle. This is not just another full moon. This is not just a planetary alignment that astrologers will casually discuss. This is a moon portal of such rare and potent energetic significance that it has been prophesied in esoteric texts as the etheric sieve, a time when the veil between worlds becomes so porous that intentions, actions, and even stray thoughts can manifest into physical reality with terrifying speed. The next 3 to 4 days are not going to be normal. They are a hyperdimensional passage, a karmic pressure test, and there are rules of engagement. What you do, and more importantly, what you don't do, in this narrow window will set the trajectory for your timeline for months, if not years, to come. So I implore you, stay with me. We are going to walk through the 8 things you absolutely must avoid doing to navigate this portal, not just safely, but powerfully. This is a warning, yes, but it is also an empowerment. You were chosen for this time because your soul is strong enough to withstand this frequency shift, but even the strongest warrior needs to know where the traps are laid. Before we even begin to dissect the first of the 8 avoidance protocols, you must understand the invisible mechanics at play. The average person will wake up on October 16th and feel a little more emotional, a little more tired, perhaps. They will blame it on a poor night's sleep or stress at work. They will be utterly oblivious to the quantum storm raging around them. But you are not the average person. You have been feeling the prelude to this for weeks, that persistent ringing in your ears that isn't tinnitus. The sudden, overwhelming waves of emotion, both ecstatic joy and profound sadness, that seem to come from nowhere. The dreams that have become so vivid, so symbolic, they feel more real than your waking life. Waking up between 3 and 4 a.m., night after night, feeling a sense of electric anticipation or dread coursing through your veins. These are not random symptoms. They are your spiritual nervous system calibrating to the incoming tidal wave of 5D energy. This moon portal is a confluence of several cosmic events. The moon itself is reaching its zenith in a highly charged sector of the sky, acting as a colossal cosmic amplifier. But simultaneously, its light is passing through a rare alignment with Saturn and Mars, creating a paradoxical energy field. Saturn, the great karmic teacher, is demanding a final reckoning of old debts and patterns. It is bringing everything you have tried to bury to the surface for review. Mars, the planet of action and aggression, is supercharging every impulse, every desire, and every fear, demanding that you do something about it. This combination is extraordinarily volatile. It's like trying to perform delicate soul surgery in the middle of a lightning storm. The portal acts as a magnifying glass for your inner world. Every unresolved trauma, every hidden fear, every shadow aspect of your being will be amplified 1,000-fold, begging for your attention. It is a purification by fire. But fire, as we know, can either cleanse and forge, or it can utterly consume. The purpose of this portal, the etheric sieve, is to filter souls. It is designed to separate those who can hold their center, maintain their frequency, and operate from a place of conscious awareness from those who are still slaves to their unhealed wounds and reactive patterns. To navigate this, you must become the eye of the storm. The energies are already beginning to build. You may be noticing synchronicities accelerating at an alarming rate, seeing repeating numbers like 1111, 444, 777 everywhere you look. You might think of an old friend you haven't spoken to in a decade, only for them to call you an hour later. These are not coincidences. These are the universe's way of showing you how thin the veil is becoming. The buffer between thought and manifestation is dissolving. This is the core reason for this warning. In our normal 3D reality, there is a time lag. You can have a negative thought, and it takes time and repeated energy to manifest it into your life. But inside this portal, from October 16th to the 19th, that time lag is virtually gone. Your thoughts, your words, your emotional state are the direct command prompts for your reality. You are wielding the power of a master manifester, whether you are ready for it or not. This is why awareness is your only shield and your greatest weapon. You must become a vigilant gatekeeper of your own mind, your own heart, and your own energetic field. Many will be swept away by the collective emotional tides. You will see it in the news, on social media, even in your own community. People will be more reactive, more agitated, more prone to conflict. The collective shadow is being purged, and it will not be pretty. Your task is not to get caught in that undertow. Your task is to hold the light, to maintain your sovereignty, and to follow the spiritual protocols that will ensure you emerge on the other side of this gateway cleansed, upgraded, and aligned with your highest possible timeline. This is the moment your soul has been training for over lifetimes. Do not take it lightly. If you feel this resonance in your soul, if the words I am speaking are echoing a truth you already feel deep within your being, I want you to pause and anchor this intention. Go to the comments and type "I am ready 999" to lock in your alignment with this protective frequency and signal to the universe that you are consciously engaging with this powerful cosmic event. Now let us begin with the first, and perhaps one of the most immediately critical things you must avoid. Avoidance protocol number 1. You must avoid making any irreversible emotion-driven decisions. This is non-negotiable. As I explained, the combined influence of the full moon Mars and Saturn will create a tsunami of emotional intensity within your being. You will feel things with a depth and rawness that may be shocking. Old wounds you thought were healed will feel fresh and raw. Latent anger, grief, or frustration will boil to the surface, demanding release. The Martian energy will scream at you to act on these feelings, to send that scathing email, to make that furious phone call, to quit that job in a blaze of glory, to end that relationship with a final dramatic door slam. You must resist this urge with every fiber of your being. Understand that the emotions you are feeling during this portal are amplified and distorted. They are not a clear signal from your intuition. They are raw, unprocessed, energetic data being churned up by the cosmic storm. Making a permanent life-altering decision based on this temporary volatile state is the equivalent of letting a hurricane pilot your life's ship. You will crash. The decisions made under this influence are energetically imprinted with chaos, and they will create karmic knots that will take you years to untangle. You risk locking yourself into a lower vibrational timeline born out of a momentary portal-induced emotional fever. So what do? You practice the sacred pause. When a powerful emotion rises, you are to witness it, not become it. Acknowledge it. Say, "I see you, anger. I feel you, grief," but you do not give it the keys to your life. You must make a sacred vow to yourself. I will make no binding decisions. I will have no life-altering conversations. I will not sign any contracts, and I will not burn any bridges between October 16th and October 19th. Write your feelings down in a journal, scream into a pillow, go for a run, move the energy through your body, but do not let it make your choices for you. Wait until the 20th or 21st, when the portal's energy has subsided, and then you can revisit the situation with a clear mind and a stable heart. The issue will still be there if it's real, but you will approach it from a place of sovereignty, not reaction. This leads directly into the second critical protocol. Avoidance protocol number 2. You must avoid engaging with low-frequency people, media, and environments. Your energetic field, your aura, is your first line of defense. During this portal, your aura will become incredibly sensitive and permeable. The thinning of the veil means you will be absorbing the energy of everything and everyone around you with unprecedented ease. You must therefore become a masterful curator of your energetic diet. Engaging with low-frequency inputs is like knowingly ingesting poison. This includes the mainstream news, which will be broadcasting fear and division on a loop. It includes celebrity gossip and drama-fueled social media accounts that thrive on judgment and negativity. And, most importantly, it includes the energy vampires in your own life. You know who they are. The friend who only calls to complain. The family member who constantly criticizes you. The co-worker who thrives on office politics and gossip. Normally, you may have enough energetic shielding to handle these interactions in small doses. But not now. In this portal, a 5-minute conversation with a deeply negative person can drain your life force for the entire day, leaving you susceptible to psychic attack and emotional contagion. You must lovingly, but firmly, create a sacred bubble of solitude around yourself. This is not selfish. It is essential spiritual hygiene. Decline invitations that you feel a heavy no to in your gut. Let calls from certain people go to voicemail. Mute keywords and toxic accounts on your social media. Unplug from the 24/7 news cycle. Instead, immerse yourself in high-frequency inputs. Listen to uplifting music, spiritual podcasts, or guided meditations. Read inspiring books. Spend time in nature, allowing the resonant frequency of the earth to cleanse and ground your energy field. Protect your peace with the ferocity of a mother protecting her child. Because in this portal, your peace is your power. It is the very currency that will allow you to purchase passage to a higher timeline. Do not give it away cheaply. This conscious disengagement is your shield, allowing the chaotic arrows of the collective to fly past you without piercing your sacred space. We have laid the foundational protocols for navigating this extraordinary celestial gateway. We have secured the perimeter of our lives by vowing to make no rash decisions and by creating a sacred sanctuary, free from the contamination of low-frequency energies. These first 2 steps are crucial. They are the equivalent of battening down the hatches and sealing the windows of your spiritual home before the hurricane makes landfall. But now we must turn our attention inward, for the most intense aspects of this storm will not be external, but internal. The portal's primary function is a deep cellular level recalibration, and the battleground for this upgrade is your own being. The next protocols require an even deeper level of self-awareness and discipline. They concern the subtle energies that flow through you and from you. Getting these wrong can be even more detrimental than the external missteps, as they poison the well from within. So take another deep grounding breath. Feel your connection to the earth beneath you, the only true anchor in this cosmic sea. We are now moving into the inner sanctum of your temple. Avoidance protocol number 3. You must avoid ignoring the signals of your physical body. Your body is not a dense, unintelligent vehicle that simply carts your soul around. It is a highly advanced crystalline biocomputer, a sacred instrument of unimaginable sensitivity. In this heightened energetic environment, your body becomes the primary antenna for receiving and interpreting the galactic frequencies being broadcast. It is the canary in the coal mine, the barometer for the spiritual weather, and it will be speaking to you loudly and clearly, in a language you may not be used to. To ignore its messages now is to ignore the ship's most critical warning systems in the middle of the storm. Many of you who identify as chosen ones are deeply empathic and psychically attuned, often living more in the higher chakras in your mind, your intuition, your connection to spirit. But this portal demands a radical embodiment. The upgrades are not just for your light body. They are meant to be anchored into your physical form, into your very DNA. Therefore, you must listen to it with a reverence you have never had before. Be prepared for a cascade of unusual physical sensations. You may experience sudden phantom aches and pains that have no medical explanation. Pay attention to where they are. A sudden ache in your left shoulder. You may be carrying unresolved emotional baggage related to the feminine or the past. Pain in your lower back. Fears around survival and financial security are being activated for release. These are not just pains. They are energetic blockages being brought to your conscious attention by the portal's intense light. The energy is trying to flow, and where it gets stuck, it hurts. Do not just numb it with a painkiller and move on. Breathe into the sensation. Ask your body, what are you trying to tell me? What energy needs to be released here? Furthermore, you will likely experience waves of profound fatigue. This will not be normal tiredness. It will feel like a gravitational pull, a deep cellular exhaustion that sleep barely touches. This is one of the most important signals to honor. You are not being lazy. Your operating system is being defragmented and upgraded to a new version of reality. Your entire bioenergetic circuitry is being rewired to handle a higher voltage of light and information. This process consumes an immense amount of physical and subtle energy. To fight this fatigue, to push through it with caffeine and sheer willpower, is to actively resist your own evolution. It can short-circuit the entire process. When this profound fatigue hits, you must surrender to it. If you can, take a nap. Lie down for 20 minutes. At the very least, stop what you are doing. Close your eyes and consciously give your body permission to integrate the new codes. This is sacred downtime, not a failure of productivity. Conversely, you might experience sudden bursts of high-wired electric energy, especially late at night. This is the influx of new energy before it has been fully integrated. Do not try to force yourself to sleep. Use this energy constructively for creative pursuits, journaling, or meditation. Your diet will also be critical. You may experience strange cravings or a complete loss of appetite. Listen, your body knows exactly what minerals, what nutrients, what vibrational foods it needs to facilitate this shift. You will likely crave clean, light, high vibrational foods, fruits, vegetables, pure water. You may develop a sudden aversion to dense, processed, or heavy foods. This is your body telling you, do not clog my systems while I am undergoing this delicate procedure. Hydration is paramount. Water is a liquid crystal, a conductor of energy and information. Drinking copious amounts of pure filtered water will help flush out the detoxifying energies and allow the new light codes to be distributed throughout your cells more efficiently. To ignore your body now is to miss the entire point of the upgrade. You will be a soul with a new mission but stuck in an old vehicle that cannot handle the new terrain. Honor your body as the sacred temple it is, and it will carry you through this portal with grace. As you commit to honoring your physical vessel through this profound shift, take a moment to affirm this deep connection. In the comments below, type "My body is my temple 777" to anchor this principle of sacred embodiment and signal your partnership with your physical self in this ascension process. Now we move from the physical vessel to the energy you project from it. This brings us to a protocol that is of supreme importance within this hyper-manifestation portal. Avoidance protocol number 4. You must avoid engaging in gossip, slander, or speaking ill of others. The ancient mystics taught that speech is a form of magic, that words are spells, which is the very root of the word spelling. This is not a metaphor. Your words are vibrational formulas that are constantly shaping the quantum field around you. Every word you utter is a command sent out to the universe, an energetic packet of intention that seeks to create a corresponding reality. In our dense, 3D world, the manifestational power of our words is often slow and diluted, but inside this moon portal, from October 16th to the 19th, that is not the case. The thinning veil means your throat chakra has become a potent wand of instant manifestation. The words you speak do not just dissipate into the air, they crystallize into energetic structures with breathtaking speed. To use this amplified power to speak negatively about another soul is one of the most profound acts of self-sabotage you can commit during this time. When you engage in gossip, you are not merely talking about someone, you are performing a low-grade curse. You are weaving a vibrational net of judgment, condemnation, or ridicule, and casting it out. But here is the critical spiritual law that is amplified within the portal, the karmic boomerang. Any energy you send out returns to you, but during this window, it does not return on a slow, meandering path. It returns instantly, and with magnified force. To judge another person for their flaws is to call that same judgment down upon your own hidden shadows. To speak of another's lack is to program your own reality for scarcity. To To condemn another's actions is to anchor your own energy field into the very frequency of condemnation, attracting situations and people who will condemn you. Beyond the immediate karmic blowback, there is a deeper, more insidious energetic consequence. When you focus your energy and voice on the perceived shortcomings of another, you create a low vibrational energetic tether between your aura and theirs. You are literally plugging yourself into their drama, their pain, their chaotic frequency. You voluntarily contaminate your sacred sovereign space with their unprocessed energy. Think of it this way. You have spent so much effort clearing your energy, raising your vibration, and preparing for this ascension event. Engaging in gossip is like meticulously cleaning your home and then inviting a stranger to come in and dump their garbage all over your living room floor. It makes no sense. The portal will tempt you. The heightened emotional energies will cause many people to act out, to make mistakes, to show their shadow sides. The temptation to comment, to judge, to discuss it with others will be immense. You will feel a self-righteous urge to point out their failings. You must see this urge for what it is, a test from the universe. It is a test of your mastery. Can you hold a frequency of compassion even when faced with imperfection? Can you maintain your own energetic sovereignty instead of being drawn into the collective drama? Can you be a silent lighthouse, holding your light steady rather than a clanging alarm bell, pointing out all the ships that are going astray? The Master understands that every soul is on its own unique journey, fighting battles you know nothing about. To speak ill of them is to desecrate their sacred path, and in doing so, desecrate your own. So, for these 96 hours, I want you to make a vow of impeccable speech. Before words leave your lips, pass them through 3 gates. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? If the answer to any of these is no, then silence is the most powerful and sacred response. If you find yourself thinking a negative thought about someone, consciously stop it, and in its place, silently send them a blessing. Say, I send you love, I send you healing. I wish you peace on your journey. This simple act of transmutation will protect your field, elevate your frequency, and prove to the cosmos that you are ready to wield the power of creation with the wisdom and responsibility it requires. This next protocol is perhaps the most subtle and the most profound, as it deals with the ghosts of your own past. Avoidance Protocol number 5. You must avoid resisting the purge of old memories, emotions, and past life echoes. This moon portal is at its core a deep spiritual and energetic detoxification. It is a cosmic cleanse designed to help you shed lifetimes of dense, heavy baggage that you can no longer carry into the higher dimensions. To facilitate this, the portal's energy will act like a powerful magnet, pulling up fragments of your past from the deepest recesses of your subconscious and your soul's Akashic record. You will find yourself suddenly ambushed by memories you haven't thought of in years. A vivid recollection of a childhood trauma, the sharp, aching pain of a past heartbreak, a cringe-inducing memory of a mistake you made a decade ago. Overwhelming feelings of regret, shame, guilt, or grief may surface with a startling intensity, seemingly for no reason. It is absolutely critical that you understand what is happening here. These memories and emotions are not resurfacing to haunt you or to punish you. They are not coming back to be relived. They are coming back to be released. They are the final echoes of a timeline that is now dissolving. The universe is bringing these energetic data packets to the surface of your consciousness for one final review, asking you a simple question. Are you truly finished with this energy? Are you ready to let it go for good? Your response to this question determines whether you ascend with the portal's current or get dragged back by the undertow of your own past. The temptation, the conditioned human response, will be to resist. When a painful memory emerges, the ego's first instinct is to shove it back down, to distract yourself, to numb it with entertainment, food, or work. The ego is terrified of feeling these old pains again. But to resist this purge is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. You can do it for a while, but it takes immense energy, and the moment your focus wavers, the ball will erupt to the surface with even more force, likely hitting you in the face. Resisting the emotional cleanse creates immense internal pressure. It manifests as anxiety, tension in the neck and jaw, debilitating headaches, and a profound feeling of being stuck or blocked. You are fighting against your own liberation. So what is the alternative? You must learn the sacred art of non-resistant release. When a memory or an old painful emotion surfaces, you are not to push it away, but you are also not to indulge it. Indulging it means getting lost in the story. He did this to me. I shouldn't have done that. My life would be so different if only. That is reliving it, which only re-energizes the old pattern and anchors it more deeply into your field. Instead, you are to become the compassionate, neutral observer of the energy. You are to treat yourself like a loving parent would treat a crying child. You don't tell the child to shut up resistance, and you don't agree that the world is a terrible place indulgence. You simply hold the child, let it cry, and allow the emotion to move through its natural course. When the emotion of that old memory rises in your chest, in your throat, in your stomach, your job is to simply feel it. Feel it as pure sensation, without the story attached. Breathe into it. Hold your hand on your heart and say, "It's okay. I am safe. I am allowing this old energy to move through me and be released now." Scientists have discovered that the actual chemical lifespan of an emotion in the body, if it is not re-triggered by thought, is only 90 seconds. You can handle 90 seconds. Breathe through it, feel it fully, and let it dissolve. You can cry, you can shake, you can scream into a pillow. These are all forms of energetic release. Thank the memory for the lesson it taught you, for the strength it helped you build, and then consciously, with intention, let it go. Visualize it dissolving into light, its purpose served. Resisting this process is choosing to carry your heavy, outdated baggage onto a new high-speed train. It will only slow you down, and ensure you miss the glorious destination that awaits you on the other side of this powerful, purifying gateway. If you are truly ready to let go of the past that has held you back, to release the old stories and step into your highest timeline, declare it now. In the comments, write "I release" and "I ascend 1111" as a sacred contract with yourself and the universe. This is your moment of liberation. This is not for everyone. It's for the chosen who are ready to change their reality. I released a members-only deep briefing called "Warning All Chosen Ones." Watch this before new moon of the 21st of October 2025. This will change everything. In that video I reveal the exact activations and protections you must do. Click the description link or the pinned comment, and watch it before the energy lands. If you skip this window, you may never get this same upgrade. We have journeyed through the critical protocols of the outer world and the inner landscape. We have committed to becoming masters of our reactions, guardians of our sacred space, impeccable in our speech, and compassionate witnesses to our own healing. We have honored the wisdom of our physical bodies and have bravely faced the ghosts of our past, not as prisoners, but as liberators, setting them free into the light. These acts of avoidance are acts of profound spiritual mastery. They are the foundational clearing that prepares the soil of your soul for what is to come. But now, we must address the power that this freshly tilled ground gives you. The protocols from this point forward are not just about avoidance, they are about the conscious and responsible wielding of immense creative power. For inside this etheric sieve, this moon portal of October 16th to the 19th, you are not merely a passenger weathering a storm. You have been handed the helm of creation itself. You have been given access to the divine engine room of reality, and the thoughts you think are the fuel you are feeding it. This is where the true test of the chosen one lies. It is one thing to defend against negativity. It is another entirely to consciously command the forces of manifestation without inadvertently creating more chaos. So prepare yourself. We are now entering the domain of the gods, the realm of pure creation, and the next protocol is arguably the most vital for shaping the world that will greet you on the other side of this gateway. Avoidance Protocol number 6. You must avoid careless and unconscious manifestation. Please, read those words again. Let them sink into the very marrow of your bones. Of all the warnings I will give you, this one carries the most immediate and tangible consequences. We have spoken about how the veil is thin, how the buffer between thought and form has all but vanished. Now, you must grasp the full implication of this truth. Your mind, right now, is a broadcasting tower of unimaginable power. Every single thought, no matter how fleeting or trivial, is being received by the quantum field as a direct order. Every daydream, every worry, every idle what-if scenario is an energetic blueprint that the universe is now rushing to build in physical form. During normal times, the monkey mind, that incessant chattering internal monologue of fears, doubts, and random anxieties, is mostly background noise. Its manifestations are slow, weak, and require significant reinforcement to take hold. But inside this portal, your monkey mind has been handed a divine megaphone and a magic wand. Its careless whispers become creative roars. This is the great paradox and the great danger of the portal. You are being gifted the powers of a master manifester, but you still possess the untrained mind of a human. To let your mind run on its default, unobserved programming during these next 4 days is the equivalent of letting a toddler loose in the control room of a nuclear power plant. The potential for disaster is astronomical. Consider the common human habit of worrying. We often think of worry as a passive state, a simple emotional reaction to uncertainty. It is not. Worry is an active creative process. It is the act of using your divine imagination to meticulously craft a detailed vision of a future you do not want. You visualize the argument. You feel the pain of the loss. You rehearse the conversation of failure. You are praying for what you fear. In this portal, that prayer will be answered with terrifying speed. That "what if I lose my job?" thought is not just a thought, it is an energetic instruction being sent to the universal matrix. That flash of fear about a relationship ending is a seed you have just planted in the fertile superconductive soil of the portal. You must become a vigilant, almost militant, guardian at the gate of your own mind. You must monitor your internal landscape with the focus of a Zen master. This requires a level of mindfulness that you may have never practiced before, but it is not optional. When you catch a negative thought form beginning to arise, a flicker of fear, a pang of jealousy, a narrative of lack, you must intercept it instantly. Do not fight it, as what you resist persists. Simply see it, acknowledge it, and consciously choose to withdraw your energy from it. A powerful technique is to use a pattern interrupt command. As soon as you catch the negative thought, say silently or aloud, cancel, clear, delete, and then immediately and deliberately replace it with the opposite positive vision. If the thought "I'll never be able to afford that" pops into your head, you must immediately cancel it and replace it with the affirmation, "I am a magnet for abundance and all my needs are met with ease and grace." You must then take a moment to feel the emotional frequency of that positive state. This is not about spiritual bypassing or pretending everything is perfect. It is about understanding the raw physics of creation in this unique energetic window. You are the programmer of your reality, and your thoughts are the code. You cannot afford a single line of corrupted code right now. This also extends to the media you consume. Avoid watching horror movies, violent thrillers, or dystopian dramas during this portal. Your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between a real threat and a vividly imagined one. When you immerse yourself in fictional worlds of fear and survival, you are marinating your energy field in those frequencies, and your subconscious will begin to draw those very scenarios into your life's orbit. You are a creator god in training, and this portal is your final exam. Do not unconsciously build the reality of your nightmares when the reality of your wildest dreams is equally available and waiting for your command. I feel the immense weight and responsibility of this truth landing upon you. I know this level of mental discipline is a monumental task, but you would not be hearing this message if you were not capable of achieving it. The universe has prepared you for this. To solidify this sacred commitment to your own creative power, I want you to go to the comments now and declare your sovereignty. Type "I am a conscious creator 333 to lock this intention into your being and into the universal grid. This is your declaration of mastery. This leads us to a paradox, a higher level spiritual law that you must now integrate. You possess this immense power to create, yet you must simultaneously learn the art of profound surrender. This brings us to our next critical protocol, avoidance protocol number 7. You must avoid forcing outcomes or attempting to control the divine timing of events. This may seem counterintuitive. I have just spent a great deal of time impressing upon you your godlike creative abilities, and now I am telling you to surrender. Welcome to the paradox of 5D reality. In the old 3D paradigm, manifestation was often taught as a process of hustle, of force, of relentless action. It was about bending reality to your will. This is the energy of the warrior, the conqueror. It is a masculine, linear, and often exhausting approach. Inside this moon portal, you are operating under a new set of physical and metaphysical laws. The energy is feminine, receptive, and multi-dimensional. In this new reality, the act of forcing an outcome, of becoming rigidly attached to how and when your desire must manifest, is the single most effective way to block it from ever reaching you. Force, striving, and desperation are frequencies of lack. They send a powerful message to the universe that you do not trust, that you believe you are separate from what you desire, and that it is not already yours on an energetic level. This energy of resistance creates an energetic anti-field around your desire, pushing it further and further away. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing, warning all chosen ones. Watch this before new moon of the 21st of October 2025. This will change everything. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait. Think of it this way. You have planted a seed of intention in the portal's fertile soil. Let's say your intention is to manifest a new, soul-aligned career. You have done the work. You have cleared your limiting beliefs. You have affirmed your worthiness, and you have visualized the joyful outcome. Now the 3D ego mind jumps in. It starts panicking about the how. It says, I must send out 50 resumes a day. I must network with these specific people. It has to happen by the end of the month, or it's a failure. This is force. This is control. This is the equivalent of digging up the seed every few hours to see if it's growing. You are not accelerating the process. You are destroying it with your anxiety and lack of trust. The portal's energy is infinitely more intelligent than your conscious mind. It is rearranging reality on a quantum level, orchestrating synchronicities and opening pathways that your limited human perspective cannot possibly conceive of. Your perfect career might be destined to arrive through a chance conversation with a stranger, a sudden creative idea that becomes a business, or an unexpected offer from a direction you never considered. By trying to force your own narrow linear plan, you are telling the universe, no thank you for your infinite wisdom and magical solutions. I'd rather stick with my own tiny limited plan that is based on my past experiences and fears. You are cutting yourself off from the magic. The sacred practice during this portal is one of intention and release. You state your desire clearly, powerfully, and with deep feeling just once. You offer it up to the portal, to the universe, to God, and then you let it go completely. You surrender the how, the when, the where, and the who. Your only job after stating your intention is to maintain the feeling state of its fulfillment. You must live and breathe and move as if your prayer has already been answered. You must embody the frequency of gratitude, of joy, of peace, of abundance now, without any external evidence. This is the key that unlocks 5D manifestation. It is a radical trust that what is yours is already on its way, via the most magical, miraculous, and divinely orchestrated path. So set your intentions, but then open your hands and let the universe do its work. Do not push the river, it flows by itself. Your attempts to control will only lead to frustration and delay. Your surrender will lead to miracles that will leave you breathless. We are now approaching the final and perhaps most grounding protocol. All of this energy, the purges, the activations, the immense influx of light codes, the pressure of conscious creation, can be incredibly disorienting. It can make you feel unmoored, spaced out, and disconnected from your own life. Without a way to anchor these celestial energies into the terrestrial plane, into the body of Mother Earth, you risk a spiritual short circuit. The power will be too great for your system to handle. This brings us to the protocol that holds all the others together, the foundation upon which this entire temple of transformation is built. Avoidance Protocol number 8. You must avoid neglecting sacred ritual and daily grounding practices. Do not mistake this for a trivial or optional step. In the face of these monumental cosmic energies, neglecting your spiritual grounding is like attempting to fly a kite in a hurricane without holding onto the string. You will not only lose the kite, but you risk being pulled off your feet and swept away entirely. Ritual and grounding are not quaint spiritual hobbies. They are essential, non-negotiable technologies for energetic management. They are the lightning rods that allow the immense celestial charge of this portal to flow through you and into the earth, rather than getting stuck in your system where it will manifest as debilitating anxiety, panic attacks, vertigo, confusion, and complete emotional overwhelm. The light codes and DNA activations that are pouring in need a place to land. They need to be integrated into your physical and energetic structure in a stable and coherent way. Grounding is that integration process. It is the conscious act of connecting your own electromagnetic field with the much larger, more stable electromagnetic field of Gaia. This connection is your anchor, your stabilizer, your sanity saver in the midst of the cosmic swirl. To float through these next few days ungrounded is to invite energetic chaos into your life. It is to leave the door of your psychic home wide open to any and all stray energies, entities, and influences that are being churned up in the collective. You become a ship without a rudder, at the mercy of every passing wave. The practice of grounding, of sacred ritual, is you taking your place as the sovereign captain of your vessel, deliberately and consciously anchoring yourself to the deep, unshakable heart of the earth, ensuring that no matter how fiercely the winds of change may blow, you will not be broken. You will not be lost. You will hold your center, because your center is connected to the very center of all that is. We will soon discuss the specific rituals that will serve you best, the sacred technologies that will become your most trusted allies. But first you must understand, on a soul level, that to skip this step is to gamble with your very well-being. Before we construct the final foundational pillar of our temple, the sacred art of grounding, it is imperative that we address the subtle, yet profoundly disorienting phenomena that will arise as a direct result of your adherence to the previous protocols. As you successfully clear your field, master your creative mind, and surrender to the divine flow, you do not simply become an empty vessel. You become a highly resonant, exquisitely tuned cosmic receiver. The universe will begin to communicate with you through new channels that were previously jammed by the static of 3D density. Understanding these new modes of perception is critical, for if misinterpreted, they can lead to confusion and fear, pulling you out of the very state of mastery you have worked so hard to achieve. First, you must pay extraordinary attention to your dreamscape. During the portal window of October 16th to 19th, your sleeping state will become the primary classroom for your soul's integration. The conscious mind, with its ego and its logic, is being asked to take a back seat. It is in the realm of dreams, where the ego's defenses are lowered, that the most potent light codes and DNA activations will be delivered and processed. Be prepared for your dreams to become hyper-vivid, multi-sensory, and intensely symbolic. You may experience what are known as visitation dreams, where benevolent guides, ancestors, or star family make contact to offer guidance, reassurance, or specific energetic attunements. Do not dismiss these as mere fantasy, they are as real as any waking interaction. You may also have prophetic dreams, which offer glimpses of your highest timeline, showing you the potential futures that your conscious choices are now making possible. These are not meant to be rigid predictions, but rather encouraging signposts from your higher self, confirming that you are on the right path. Most importantly, you will likely experience powerful purge dreams. These are dreams where you re-experience old scenarios, but this time you react differently. You may stand up to a childhood bully, speak your truth in a past relationship, or find a peaceful resolution to a traumatic event. This is your subconscious mind actively rewriting old karmic scripts. When you wake from such a dream, you may feel an emotional residue, but you will also feel lighter, as if a great weight has been lifted. The dream has done the work of release for you on a deep cellular level. The critical instruction here is this: keep a journal and a pen by your bed. The moment you wake, before you even move, write down everything you can remember. The symbols, the feelings, the colors, the words spoken. The messages in these dreams are priceless pearls of wisdom from your soul, tailored specifically to your journey. To let them evaporate in the morning light is to leave your soul's greatest gifts unopened. Your dream journal will become your most sacred text during this transit, a direct line of communication with the divine intelligence that is guiding your evolution. Secondly, you must understand the advanced test of sacred neutrality. The portal's energy will not be a steady, gentle hum. It will manifest as extreme waves of polarity. You will likely experience moments of sublime, ecstatic bliss, a sense of oneness with the universe so profound, it brings you to tears. In these moments, you will feel the full, unbridled joy of your 5D self. Conversely, you will also be plunged into moments of deep, seemingly bottomless sorrow or emptiness, as the final dregs of old timelines are purged. The great spiritual trap here, even for the advanced soul, is attachment. We are conditioned to chase the highs and resist the lows. The ego will want to cling desperately to the moments of bliss, fearing they will end, and it will recoil in terror from the moments of emptiness, believing something has gone wrong. Both reactions are a form of resistance that pulls you out of your center. The true test of mastery is to reside in the zero-point field between these polarities. It is to experience the ecstatic joy with gratitude, but without attachment, and to allow the wave of sorrow to pass through you with compassion, but without identifying with it. You are the calm, silent sky, and these feelings are merely weather patterns passing through. Sacred neutrality is the understanding that both the bliss and the void are part of the same divine process. One is the influx of the new, and the other is the release of the old. To favor one over the other is to misunderstand the mechanics of rebirth. Your power lies not in feeling good, but in your ability to remain the unshakable, loving witness to it all. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding, and it is the true frequency of a 5D consciousness. And so we arrive at the final protocol, the master key that locks all the others into place, the very foundation of your spiritual and physical survival through this cosmic crucible. The energies we are discussing are not gentle, ethereal whispers. They are a galactic high-voltage current being plugged directly into your being. Without a proper grounding wire, this current will overwhelm your circuitry, leading to a complete system overload. This is why avoidance protocol number 8. You must avoid neglecting sacred ritual and daily grounding practices is the most tangibly critical instruction I can give you. To move through these next 3 missed 4 days without a disciplined daily grounding practice is to invite chaos. You will feel scattered, anxious, dizzy, and emotionally volatile. You will be a psychic sponge, soaking up the collective fear and panic without any mechanism to release it. The immense light codes pouring in, meant to be your upgrade, will instead feel like a relentless psychic pressure, a static that scrambles your thoughts and frays your nerves. Grounding is the sacred technology that transforms this potentially destructive force into a constructive and integrated power. It is the art of consciously connecting your own energy field to the vast, stable, and loving electromagnetic field of Mother Earth, of Gaia. She is your anchor in this celestial storm. Her unwavering frequency is the one constant you can hold on to when everything else feels like it is dissolving into quantum flux. Neglecting this connection is not a spiritual oversight. It is an act of profound self-abandonment at the moment you need yourself the most. So what does this look like in practice? It does not need to be complicated, but it must be consistent. The first and most powerful technology is your own body. I implore you, for at least 10 to 15 minutes each day of this portal, preferably in the morning to set your field for the day, and in the evening to cleanse it, you must place your bare feet directly upon the earth. This is not a quaint New Age suggestion. It is a profound act of bioenergetic exchange. Stand on grass, on dirt, on sand, on rock. As you stand, close your eyes and visualize roots growing from the soles of your feet, plunging deep, deep down into the heart of the planet. Feel the pull of gravity as a loving embrace, not a burden. Through these roots, consciously release all the chaotic energy you have accumulated, the anxiety, the fear, the psychic debris from others, the emotional residue of your own purges. Give it all to Gaia. She is a master alchemist. She can transmute these dense energies effortlessly. Then begin to draw up the Earth's energy. Visualize a beautiful, calming emerald green or golden light rising up through your roots, into your feet, up your legs, and filling every single cell of your body. This is the Schumann resonance, the 7.83 Hz heartbeat of the planet. It is the most healing, stabilizing, and harmonizing frequency available to us. This simple act recalibrates your entire nervous system, cleanses your aura, and provides a powerful shield of stability that will stay with you for hours. Water is your second great ally. The human body is mostly water, and water is a liquid crystal, programmable by intention and a powerful conductor of energy. Each day of this portal, you must engage in a sacred water ritual. This can be a bath or even a shower, but it must be done with conscious intent. If you take a bath, add Epsom salts or pink Himalayan salt. Salt is a crystalline structure that neutralizes and clears negative energetic imprints from your aura. As you soak, state your intention aloud. I call upon the spirit of water and the spirit of salt to cleanse my field of all energies that are not in alignment with my highest good and my sovereign self. Visualize the water absorbing all the psychic grime, all the emotional heaviness, all the energetic cords that may have attached to you throughout the day. When you drain the tub, visualize all of it swirling away, down the drain, to be purified by the earth. If you are taking a shower, the practice is just as potent. As the water streams over you, visualize it as a waterfall of pure crystalline liquid light. See it washing not just your skin, but passing through your body, cleansing your organs, your bones, your very cells, and carrying all density and disharmony down the drain. This is not just getting clean. This is a daily spiritual baptism, a resetting of your energetic field back to its pristine divine blueprint. Your breath is the bridge between the worlds, the tool that connects your spirit to your body. Throughout these days, you must become a conscious breather. When you feel a wave of anxiety or overwhelm cresting, do not get lost in it. Immediately anchor yourself with your breath. A simple, powerful technique is to breathe in deeply for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 6, and hold for a count of 2. Repeat this cycle. This is not just a relaxation technique, it is a command to your autonomic nervous system that you are safe, that you are in control, that you are the master of your own inner state. As you breathe, imbue it with intention. Breathe in pure golden source light. Breathe out all that no longer serves you. This constant, conscious return to the breath is your portable sanctuary, your ever-present anchor to the calm center of your being, the eye of the storm. Finally, the act of writing is a profound form of grounding. The chaotic, swirling energies in your head need a place to go. Journaling during this portal is the act of transcribing that chaos onto paper, getting it out of your energy field. Do not worry about grammar or making sense, just let the pen move. This energetic dump creates space in your mind, allowing for greater clarity and peace. Combine these practices. Start your day with earthing, cleanse with a shower, use your breath as an anchor throughout the day, and journal before you sleep. This is your sacred, non-negotiable routine. This is how you build a vessel strong enough to contain the divine light of a new world. This is your framework for mastery. This is your survival guide. This is your initiation. To consciously choose this path of grounded awareness is to declare your readiness for a new reality. Affirm this commitment with me now. In the comments, type "I am grounded" and centered 888 to solidify this promise to yourself and to anchor your energy deep into the loving heart of Mother Earth. And so, we have walked the path of the 8 sacred avoidances. Let us now zoom out and see the beautiful, intricate tapestry we have woven. This is not merely a list of restrictive rules. It is a sacred framework for ascension. It is a conscious choreography for a divine dance with the cosmos. Notice how each protocol supports the others. By avoiding rash decisions, 1. You create the emotional stability needed to avoid careless manifestation. 6. By curating your energetic environment. 2. You make it easier to maintain your own impeccable speech. 4. By honoring your physical body. 3. You become a clearer channel for releasing old trauma. 5. And a more effective vessel for grounding the new energies. 8. And by surrendering control. 7. You allow the universe to deliver the manifestations you consciously created. 6. In ways more magical than you could ever have planned. This is a holistic system for spiritual sovereignty. It is the final exam of the age of Pisces and the entrance ceremony into the age of Aquarius. You are being tested on every level, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You are being asked to prove that you can hold a high frequency of love, compassion, and conscious awareness in the midst of a collective storm of fear and chaos. You are being asked to demonstrate that you can wield the power of a god with the humility and wisdom of a master. And what is the reward for passing this profound initiation? What awaits you on the other side, on the morning of October 20th and beyond? It is a reality so fundamentally different from the one you have known that it will feel like you have been reborn into a new world, because you have. For those who navigate this portal with conscious awareness, the world will suddenly seem brighter, clearer, more vibrant. A sense of profound peace and inner knowing will settle upon you, a quiet confidence that everything is and will be perfectly okay. The constant, low-grade anxiety that has been the background noise of 3D existence will simply be gone, replaced by a deep current of trust and flow. Synchronicities will no longer be rare and surprising, they will become the very language of your daily life, guiding you effortlessly from one perfect moment to the next. Opportunities that you have been striving for will suddenly land in your lap, seemingly out of nowhere. The right people, the perfect resources, the soul-aligned connections will be drawn to you as if by magnetism, because you are now a clear, coherent vibrational match for your highest timeline. The karmic loops, the repeating patterns of struggle and suffering that have plagued you for lifetimes, will be decisively severed. You will look back at your old self, your old problems, your old limitations, and you will barely recognize them. It will feel like watching a movie about someone else's life. This is the promise. This is the payoff. A life of grace, ease, abundance, and purpose, lived in the full embodied knowing of your own divine nature. But for those who ignore the warnings, who choose to remain asleep and reactive during this critical window, the experience will be starkly different. They will emerge on the other side feeling more confused, more anxious, more exhausted than ever before. They will find themselves stuck even more deeply in their old patterns, their reality reflecting the chaotic and fearful energy they chose to embody during the portal. They will have unconsciously used this immense creative power to build a stronger cage for themselves. The bifurcation of timelines will become starkly apparent. You will witness this split in the world around you. This is not a judgment, it is simply the law of energetic resonance. The universe is not punishing anyone. It is merely giving every soul a perfect mirror of the frequency they are choosing to hold. This message is your opportunity, your sacred invitation to choose consciously, to choose light, to choose mastery, to choose liberation. The time is now. The final preparations are complete. You have the knowledge, you have the tools, and you have the inner strength. You were born for this moment. Your entire soul's journey has been leading you to this precise intersection of time and space. This is not a warning to incite fear, it is a final briefing to activate your power. You are not a victim of these cosmic energies, you are a master in training, being asked to finally claim your inheritance. You are a lighthouse, and your only job for the next 3 to 4 days is to tend to your own light with unwavering devotion. Do not worry about saving the world. By saving yourself, by holding your center, by maintaining a frequency of peace and love, you become an anchor of the new 5D grid for the entire planet. Your quiet mastery is the most profound act of service you can offer to humanity right now. If this message has found you, if it has resonated in the deepest chambers of your heart, know that it was a divine appointment. It was not an accident. Share this sacred knowledge with any other soul you know who is awakening, anyone who you feel is ready to hear this call to mastery. This is not about gatekeeping information, it is about spreading the light. And if you have not already, subscribe and join this community of light warriors and conscious creators. We are in this together, a global network of souls holding the vision for a new earth. Remember who you are, remember your power, remember your purpose. The portal is opening. The final wave is here. Do not miss it. Do not fear it. Walk through it with the courage and grace of the divine being that you are. The choice, as always, is yours.